Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today is March 27th, 2023. This is Marketing Coach Ken. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to talk about a sale we received. It's a $450 sale. Now the way I'm going to structure this video is I'm going to tell you about what happened as a whole and how this sale comes in today. But there's actually a bigger picture that I have to paint here to describe what this means. So last week there weren't many videos posted. I think I did one video last week about a sale from what I remember. Possibly two. Actually, no, there were two sales. Okay. So what happened was I actually had 4 sales last week. Now that we're here on Monday, the 27th, I can tell you what happened last week. It's going to translate separately when I make the videos about it. But since I have one of the payments showing up here, I'm going to just discuss where this falls into what happened last week. So I had 4 sales last week. And what happened was I got paid on 3 of them so far. And one of them I'm waiting for a tracking number. So that one is not confirmed yet because until I receive a tracking number, I can't say it's technically on its way or in the mail. However, the person who is joining spoke to me and spoke with the admin of the program, got their questions answered, and called me back and let me know or asked me what he was supposed to do next, if he was supposed to send the $450 to me, how the admin payment would get paid, that sort of thing. So at that point, we left off from the phone where he just had to go to the post office. So I don't know if he did that on Saturday. I'm not sure if the time that we spoke on the phone, if he had enough time to do that. Probably not, because post office closed early on Saturday. So more than likely, hopefully he got to do that today. And so that should be coming in a few days. Whenever it does show up, I'll discuss it and explain what sale that was. But other than that, as long as that comes through, that means there was 4 sales for last week because, like I said, as the way it's supposed to be, that guy was going to send in his order. So I'm looking at it as a 4 sale week because the sale was closed by Saturday. All right. So this is the envelope that I got today. Once again, I had mentioned this in previous videos that if you're going to send a priority mail, if you're going to use a priority mail to send a package, if you can find one of these small flat rate envelopes, this would be great because it just makes things a lot easier for everyone. But I know not all post offices have them. So let's see if I can find the date. I think it's right here. March 24th. Can I get that in the camera? You can see that date, March 24th. So it just took 3 days to get here. Today's the 27th. So let's just open it up. There's an envelope inside the envelope. Not a big deal. Let's see what we got. Okay, so that's it. This is empty now. And this is what we have here. We got the order inside. Now, this one was somebody who told me that the order was on its way, so I knew that this was going to be showing up today. I've been tracking it since Saturday. All right, that's why I'm saying that this is actually a sale from last week. So let's see what I got in here. Okay, so the first thing I got in here is a money order for $475, so I can pay the $25 admin fee. And then let's see, I have a small note in here. So because there's a small note, I'm not going to be showing this on the camera because there's no use. Everything in here is private information. So it's basically the order form, which tells me everything to put on their paperwork. Okay, so that's it. So this is a sale that I received today, but it's a sale that was made last week, and it was closed last week on Saturday when I got the tracking information. So just a couple of the things that I wanted to mention in this video. So let me go back and close up the whole situation of 4 sales last week. So like I said, 4 sales last week. 3 of them have already been received. One of them is, like I said, still supposed to be in transit. But if that sale does come through, I will do the calculations here. My commission on each sale is $350 times 4 sales is $1,400. So when I get that order and the order comes in, I will clarify in the video that that was the 4th order from last week, because I spoke to that person in the middle of last week and then they called me back on Saturday to let me know that they were sending in the order. All right, so technically for me, this is supposed to be a $1,400 week last week, and any sales that come in this week from people who call me this week will go with this week. But as of right now, all 4 sales came from people who called last week that were joining the program. So it was a $1,400 week. So another thing I wanted to mention, for those of you who know the fast mail order system, I'm still a member of that program. I have about 20 sales in that program. I don't make any videos or talk about it because that's strictly offline. And at this point, I've already switched and I'm only doing the Crazy Cash mail order system because it pays $350 commission per sale. So the last thing I wanted to mention is that I have this book here back in 2010, I actually know because it says right here on the front, 2010, right? So back in 2010, I received this postcard, I believe, about some program. I'm pretty sure it was a postcard I received. I really don't know how I found it. It could have been through some other means. It's too long back to remember. But I had this thing called the Hypnotic Postcard. Can you see that? The Hypnotic Postcard. And it sounds fancy, but basically what this is a book written about postcard marketing. And I'm only going to make one point. Actually, I'll make 2 points in here. I don't think you guys really want to hear much about what I have to say, but there is one important thing here that I do want to mention that's kind of interesting. So first of all, postcard marketing is a science. And in this book here, it teaches you how to set up a postcard campaign from scratch. It tells you how to create a postcard, how to write the postcard, what product to have, and other stuff like that. But the most important thing that it tells you in here is that in a case of like a program like Crazy Cash Mail Order System, you make $350 when someone joins, right? $450 comes in, you get to keep $350. But this book tells you that when you're doing mail order, you're supposed to have a second product to offer your customers. If you're just having the customer purchase the one thing up front for like $450 and that's it, it's not a proper way to do postcard marketing. Postcard marketing is supposed to be you make the first sale, but after that, you continue the process with each of your customers and offer them other things that they might be interested in. And that's where the real money is supposed to be made. But one thing I wanted to say here, that was just a small tip I wanted to throw out there. But this here, this is to show you how difficult it is to find a good mailing list. So if you've watched my other videos, you know that I always talk about my mailing list is really good, and that's the reason why I'm always having sales, because my mailing list is great quality. So in this book, they gave you all these resources on places to buy mailing lists. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to put it up closer to the camera. They gave you all these resources to buy mailing lists, the ones that we need, right, for the most part. All these different places. Look, on the second page, right, on the second side. You see all these different businesses here? This is from 2010. So anyway, the reason why I'm showing you this, what I'm getting at, is because I looked at this book after I moved to Florida, and I was moving things around. At one point one day, I pulled out this book, and I was like, okay, let's look in here and see if I could find any information that I could use today from this book that I've kept since 2010, because, it's valuable information. Also, one of the reasons why I'm bringing this up is because I wanted to get into postcard marketing since 2010. So this is kind of like the proof to show you that I've been looking at this stuff from a while back. It just didn't work out because I really didn't know what to do. And I wasn't willing to pay all those different costs to like try things out. But anyway, I kept this. And all those businesses that I just showed you for mailing lists, they're all out of business except for one. It's been about, 13 years. And only one of those businesses is still in business. And it looked like there was about 20, maybe 15 or 20 different mailing list places that you can buy from. So things change over time, and if you don't know what's going on today or what's good for today, you're not going to get a mailing list that will do well with your offer. So I'm very happy that I have a couple of mailing lists that are really good. And like I said, you really have to be plugged in. If you don't have a mailing list that's working right now, it's going to take you some time to try to figure out which one is going to work for your offer. But in my case, the mailing list I use works for this offer. I had 4 sales last week. We have more people who I spoke to who are going to join soon. As a matter of fact, we had 4 sales last week, but it was supposed to be 6. And the funny thing is, I wasn't going to mention this, but I forgot that I actually had 6 people joining last week. One of them ran into an emergency, and the other one just canceled, okay? But it would have been normally a 6 sale week if I hadn't had 2 cancellations. So one of the cancellations was basically just had to be postponed. That sale will actually come in a later video. We'll mention it in the video at that time on what was the story with how that was set up. But, that's pretty much it. So I don't know what to expect from this week. We'll have to sit around for the next few days and see how many phone calls we get, if we get any calls, or see how many orders we get, if we get orders. But we'll be updating with new videos whenever that information becomes available. Any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next video.